Welcome to Earnings Central. In this video, we'll break down Aehr Test Systems' second quarter fiscal 2025 earnings. We'll cover key financial performance metrics and dig into insights from the earnings call. All right, let's go. Starting with top-line revenue, the original estimate for Q2 was $15 million. The company actually reported revenue of $13.5 million, missing expectations by 10%. This quarterly revenue also marked a significant 36.9% decrease compared to the $21.4 million reported in the same quarter last year. Moving to adjusted earnings per share, the original estimate for Q2 was 3 cents. The company actually reported an EPS of 2 cents, falling short of expectations by 33.3%. This result also reflects a major 91.3% decrease compared to the 23 cents per share reported in the same quarter last year. Now, let's dive into some additional performance metrics highlighted during the earnings call. Aehr reported second quarter bookings of $9.2 million, which was lower than previous quarters. However, what's really interesting is that in just the first 6 weeks after the quarter ended, they received $14.2 million in new orders, bringing their effective backlog up to $26.6 million. This demonstrates strong momentum heading into the second half of their fiscal year. A particularly bright spot in their revenue mix was WaferPak sales, which made up 64% of total revenue. That's up significantly from 43% in the same period last year. This is important because WaferPaks represent recurring revenue, which is always attractive to investors. The company's gross margin came in at 45.3%, which was lower than last year's 51.6%, primarily due to lower overall revenue and product mix changes. Looking at the balance sheet, Aehr maintains a strong cash position of $35.2 million with no debt, giving them plenty of flexibility for future investments. However, it's worth noting that operating expenses increased 19% year over year, largely due to the integration of their recent Inkle Technology acquisition and higher legal fees related to intellectual property protection. Now, let's shift focus to some of the key insights and takeaways from the earnings call. Perhaps the biggest news is that artificial intelligence-related revenue is expected to make up about 40% of total revenue this fiscal year, up from essentially zero last year. This is a massive shift in their business mix and shows they're successfully diversifying beyond their traditional silicon carbide focus. A major milestone supporting this AI pivot was securing their first production customer for the Fox XP system specifically for AI processor testing. This customer win validates their technology's applicability in the rapidly growing AI chip market. They've also made their first entry into the gallium nitride GaN market with an initial production order from a major automotive semiconductor supplier, opening up yet another growth vector. The company has also taken decisive action to protect their intellectual property in China, filing a lawsuit against a local supplier for patent infringement. This comes as silicon carbide is becoming less dominant in their revenue mix, now expected to account for less than half of total revenue this fiscal year. This diversification strategy appears to be working well, with meaningful progress in both hard drive testing applications and ongoing benchmarking with a major flash memory supplier. One thing that really stands out is how Aehr is positioning itself at the intersection of several major semiconductor industry trends. Their testing solutions are becoming increasingly critical as chip architectures become more complex and reliability requirements become more stringent, particularly in AI applications where the cost of failure is extremely high. In summary, while Aehr faces some near-term challenges with their traditional silicon carbide business, they're successfully executing on their strategy to expand into new markets, particularly AI and GaN. Their strong backlog and diverse opportunity pipeline suggests they're well-positioned for growth, even as they navigate the broader semiconductor industry slowdown. That wraps up our recap of Aehr Test Systems' second quarter fiscal 2025 earnings. If you found this recap helpful and want to stay on top of more earnings reports from other companies, don't forget to subscribe. We've got plenty more quick and easy breakdowns coming your way from Earnings Central.